let's understand and talk about the agentic AI powered invoice, right? So here, if you see that, okay, there is AR and the AP side because of the PayPal framework. Otherwise, many countries have taken just the AR side of the invoice mandate. For example, India is only on the AR side, right? So predominantly, invoice has been on the AR side, right? However, there are countries like UAE, right, or other PayPal-enabled countries which have asked to mandate both AR and the AP side of the invoices, right, under the office of the CFO. And thus there are various regulatory authorities, different rules, and we are compliant with all of these. And on top of it, we have added our agentic AI powered, right, which flows across the complete ecosystem, which will subsequently show and discuss. Yeah. So now, what's the advantage of the covoro AI powered invoice ecosystem? So first of all, we give simplified APIs. On top of it, FTA or regulatory APIs, right, which are very simplified version. We bring our 20 years of experience to make this very simplified, and thus, like it is very easy to integrate, and that is where we already have built-in connector for 100 plus ERPs, right, and various source systems and the accounting system. Data transformation becomes very easy. The time taken to fill the invoices, even it has to be done manually, right? Or maybe if you have a small subsidiary, so we have web-based form fill up, we have the Excel based fill up, right? Along with, of course, automated integrated way with all the ERPs, right? So thus the simplicity and value-added APIs, so that you can do a lot many more functions. On top of it, the compliance processes, right? That's probably addresses some of the 20% of the questions respond of the attendees where they want to see invoice beyond compliance and look for the cash flow, financing, and so on. So this is how we are able to do it, right? Now, the second advantage is the reconciliation, right? So we do your books or your sales register versus, like the invoice what is getting submitted to FTR, the regulatory authority, ensuring that your financial health check is properly met. I would like to give you certain illustrations here. In certain countries, without naming them, right, and without naming the company, we have come across a situation that companies have gone ahead and without proper impact assessment, due diligence, or without using the core, they have chosen certain other vendors, right, for various reasons of their own, right? But they ended up in a situation where after 1 year, when they're checking the kind of balance, right, their sales register or their books, right, versus the invoice data, what they submitted to regulatory authority, it is not matching, right? And the per invoice mismatch, right, can attract fine there as high as even 5,000 US dollar. So just imagine, like they are submitting like millions of invoices because there is B2C is also mandate, right? So per invoice mismatch, if you have to pay 5,000 US dollar fine for millions of invoice, that's a very, very big hit, probably a business continuity disruption for that large organizations, right? So that kind of threat, right, business can come across if the reconciliations or adoptions are not done properly. And that is where our reconciliation engine comes very handy. It ensures that, okay, whatever is there in the your sales register or in your ledger is 100% getting mapped and reported to the FTA, right? And your financial health check is guaranteed, right? Then we have the very detailed dashboards and analytics, right? So I will come and address to what extent we go and create this dashboard analytics when I discuss a complete office of the CFO, right? And now we have the additional fields for better business level intelligence. This is again very key USP. So as I showed in the beginning, right, there are 50 plus fields. What is needed by the FTA? That is your compliance fields. But what about your business level fields? Maybe let's say you want to put your digital signature as part of the authorization or the approval process. Maybe you want to put customer care email ID or the phone number and so on, or maybe logo, right? Probably that in a specified field that, okay, let's say top right hand side corner and so on, right? So for these additional business level requirement or the business intelligence, you want to capture those additional fields, which probably other than us, we have not seen any other player or any other ASP who is capturing this. But these are very much critical for your business processes, and like business level intelligence, if you want to derive from that. So there can be a scenario that, okay, probably compliance is taken care by the ASP, but then for your business level intelligence and the other processes, you might have to do additional tasks over and above your compliance task, right? So this kind of gaps gets minimized. We have the ability to capture additional fields and derive the workflow around that. And because of this ability, we are able to generate lot many more digitization beyond invoice compliance. For example, SME financing and various other use cases, which we'll discuss in the subsequent slide, right? And then we also have the batch or the bulk processing capability to optimize your server workload and the smooth processes without impacting your business, right? Or performance issues and so on. We also have the customized workflow and the PDF generation capability, and thus, like a lot of your business requirement, what we discussed about, right, can be inbuilt and auto configured here, right, minimizing your change management or the processes gaps, right. We also have, as I said, right, 20 years of experience, because as a company we started in 2006, and that is where Invoice also started in Latin America countries like Brazil and so on. So we have analyzed each and every country, right, which has gone ahead with the invoice mandate, different types of invoices, right. We have also implemented PayPal-based invoice deliverables, right, for example, in Malaysia, Singapore, and so on. And we bring all these 20 years of global best practices to you, right, with all the lessons learned, pitfall to avoid, right, how the transition and transformation should happen from current status of non-mandated to the mandated environment, right, what kind of trainings are needed, right, so that you don't have to start from the like you don't have to reinvent the wheel or start making the same mistakes. So with us you get already an edge, right. And here the data seamlessly flows from invoice to the other office of the CFO digitization module, which again I will show you the complete office of the CFO and discuss in detail there. And our biggest USP is the Agentic AI powered use case automation. And arguably, we are the world's only company. Again, I'm repeating, arguably, we are the world's only company which is having the Agentic AI powered complete ecosystem for the compliance, payment, trade, export, import, litigation, right? Digitization of your document like ECM or your global other department digitization, for example, HR, vendor management, and so on. On top of it, complete analytics and the dashboard, right, which completely digitize your organization and bring the digital like efficiency and the readiness, right. This probably kind of you can realign your organization as per the country's vision. For example, UAE has 2031 digitization mission and vision ready, right. So that is how company can start aligning themselves better with the country specific